Let's get more now on the news that one of the ringleaders of the £14 million jewellery robbery at Hatton Garden has died in prison. His name, 69-year-old Terry Perkins. Let's speak to our correspondent John McManus, who joins me here in the studio. One of the ringleaders, he died, what, today?
That's right. The prison service says that Terry Perkins died at Belmarsh Prison, where he'd been held since he was convicted for his part in the Hatton Garden heist that took place in Easter 2015. He was one of four ringleaders of the gang that broke into that vault. You probably remember the pictures from the time when staff came back to work after the Easter weekend. They found that the gang had literally drilled a hole into the vault in order to get at the gold, the jewels and the cash. Around £14 million was stolen. He was involved in that. He was jailed for 7 years and he had been serving time for that, but we knew he'd been ill. We know that because his lawyer told a judge at a separate hearing last week. That was a confiscation hearing in which Perkins and the other gang ringleaders were told to pay some of the money back from their own assets that they could to the victims of this raid. But Perkins's lawyer said that his client wouldn't be able to pay any more money back. He'd been told to pay £6 million back. His lawyer said he couldn't do that because he didn't have any more assets, in which case the judge said he'd be spending more time in jail for that.
Now, this heist, huge public attention to this, of course, Easter weekend, and some of those involved were getting on a bit, has to be said, including him, and there was suggestions that he wasn't well at the time of the heist either. Quite
a lot was made at the time about the age of the gang ringleaders, that some of them were taking their pensions, that they were pensioners. There was a joke doing the rounds in some of the media about how one of them had gone to the raid using his senior citizen's bus pass. There were all kinds of things like that, but this was a very serious raid, and Perkins's own role in this was to actually be inside the Hatton Garden building, posing as a workman, working on the lift shaft in the building where the vault was. And that's how the gang managed to gain access to the vault underground over the Easter weekend and to drill that hole in order to get through to the money and the cash and the gold there.
And now he's dead. Do we ever know what happened to the money?
No, about a third of it's been recovered according to the police, but they don't know where the rest is. They don't know where it's been hidden. They don't know who has it. And they also haven't caught everybody who was involved in that heist either. There was one person who let the gang into the building at some point as well. But the CCTV footage that showed that happening wasn't enough to reveal the identity of that person. That person's never been caught. So this is something still of a mystery.
John McManus, thank you very much.